you can die, but you can choose to share your immortality with your brother. Hi, I'm catherinegoshen, a professional astrologer from the village of Nyack in New York State, and I'm passionate about in-depth astrology and getting to the heart of the matter. In this video, I want to talk about the Gemini twins. Where does the story come from, and how can it inform our deeper understanding of both astrology and life? So the Dioscuri, as they were called in Greece, or the Gemini in Rome, are the twins that are represented by the Gemini constellation. And their story begins when they were conceived, because each of them has a different father. And it was said that Castor was the mortal son of King Tyndareus, and Pollux was the son of Zeus, king of the gods. So their mother Leda was impregnated by both a mortal and a god. And as such, one of the twins, Pollux, was immortal, and his brother Castor was mortal. And immediately we begin to understand something very interesting being set up about human nature, that we have two sides to us. Part of us is mortal, of the earth, animal. Part of us is immortal, of the gods, spirit. And this applies to everyone, not just those with Gemini placements, because each of the 12 constellations have relevance in our lives. We have all of the constellations inside of us. The main focus of the myths of Castor and Pollux is on brotherly love, fraternity, and family. For example, they are inseparable in their lives, and they go off to rescue their sister Helen. They have various adventures with the Argonauts. But every story that relates to Castor and Pollux always comes down to their love of each other and the fact that they are inseparable. So this is saying something about what we as people need to unite in ourselves. Now, Castor was a horseman. He tamed horses. And Pollux was a pugilist, a boxer. And you will find in ancient Greece and Rome that the twins were the protectors of sports and athletes. And they were also prayed to when one was asking for help during navigation. So we begin to understand more about the modern association of the sign Gemini with sportsmanship and athleticism. What is most fascinating to me in the story of Castor and Pollux is their death. So Castor was injured, and as his life was ebbing away, his brother Pollux prayed to his immortal father Zeus, asking that he not be separated from his brother in death, as they were inseparable in life. And Zeus grants him his wish. He gives him a couple of options. He says, either you can die now with your brother and be elevated to Mount Olympus and live there for all eternity, or you can die, but you can choose to share your immortality with your brother. And Pollux chooses to share his immortality with Castor. What becomes so fascinating then is we have two versions of the myth. One is that Castor and Pollux remained together for one day in Mount Olympus for 12 hours, half a day, and the rest of the time in Hades, in the underworld. And as such, they are representing the day-night cycle. There's another version of the myth which states that there was only one seat for them in Olympus. So when Castor was in Mount Olympus, Pollux had to be in Hades and vice versa. And still another version of the myth tells how Zeus took both of them and cast them up to the heavens to become immortal as stars, the twin stars of the Gemini constellation. There was a 5th century BC philosopher, a Greek philosopher, who likened the twins to two semicircles. This was his symbol for Castor and Pollux. And he said that just like the two semicircles that become united in a circle and turn like a wheel, this was his understanding of his model for the earth and how it fitted in to the whole cosmos. And this is incredibly remarkable because the circle is extrapolated to form a sphere. And the Gemini twins were said to represent the two hemispheres of our earth, where for 12 hours, one side of the globe is facing the light, the sun, and for the other 12 hours, it's facing away from the sun and is in the darkness, so-called Hades. Fascinating when you really begin to think deeply about these myths and to question what are they saying about how we are as human beings, and what is it saying about the correspondence between heaven and earth. And as you know, astrology is all about as above, so below. What is the correspondence between the structure of the planet in relation to our sun and ourselves in relation to our immortal part? So I hope this video has given you something to ponder about. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and you'd like me to make more of these kinds of videos, please put your comments below. I read them. I'm interested in if other people have an affinity with astromythology out there. Until next time.